Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 6 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 6 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter money. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I'm on grade 6 math. The chapter we are on is money. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is multiply money by whole numbers and decimals. So basically money is the numbers, right? You can add, multiply, divide. It's the same like you do with the normal numbers, right? Like when you do the decimals and when you do the whole numbers. The first example is you need to multiply 0.47 times 0.3, right? You can multiply them without decimal, then you can add the decimal point. So the first number has two decimal places, the second number has one decimal places. Answer must have three decimal places, right? You can multiply 47 times 3, that is 3 times 7 is 21 and 2 carry. 3 times 4 is 12 and 2 14. You need to add three decimal places, three places left. So you need to move from here to 1, 2, 3. It would be 0.141, right? That's exactly the same method you multiply the decimals, isn't it? So that means when you work with money, there is nothing new, right? You know how to multiply the decimals, the whole numbers, multiply, divide, everything you know. So, okay, the next one, 63.00 times 0.3. Let's just multiply them without the decimal point, right? 63 times 3, right? 3 times 3 is 9 and 3 times 6 is 18, right? So 63.00, here you have 0 decimal place and there you have 1. That means answer must have 1 decimal place, so you need to move it from here to here. So that is 18.9. Got it? The correct option is 18.9. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Option number 1 is the correct option. The next one is 694 times 0.5. So which is the correct option? When you work with the decimals, you have to look for the decimal point also, right? Just look at this one. For the second one, you have only one decimal, right? So first multiply them without decimal. Just do 694 times 5, right? 5 times 4 is 20, 0 2 carry. 5 times 9 is 45 and 247, 7 4 carry. 5 times 6 is 30 and 434, right? Usually when you don't have decimals, the numbers look like this, right? That means the decimal point is over here. Now you need to add one decimal point. So you move decimal point from here to one place left. So that would be 347.0. So either you write 0 on decimal point or either you don't write. Like 347.0 and 347, they both are exactly same. Got it? So the correct option is 347. Right? Option number 3 is the correct option. If you have written a decimal, for example, 44, right? And that doesn't have any decimal. Decimal is there, but it is like this, right? So when you have to move decimal point, you move from here to left, right? Whatever position you need to move. Where is 3? I'm where I move 3 times. Let's do the next example, then probably you will. Because for the first number, you must have 2 decimal places. Just look at the one example I am on right now, that is 0.48 times 0. Right? 0.48 has 2 decimal places and zero point 0.1 has 1 decimal place, right? So the answer must have 2 plus 1, 3 decimal places. Got it? You have to round off the answer also. When you multiply 48 times 1 is 48, it is like this, right? You need to move decimal point 3 places left. So 1, 2, add the third place and move decimal point over here. That is 0.048. Also, you have to round off. So you can round it off to 0.05. Got it? Did you get the answer of your question now? That is 0 because you need to round off the number also, right? So the answer is 0.05. Option number 1 is the correct option. Just like look at this question, 0.55 times 0.2, right? This one has 2 decimal places, this one has 1 decimal, right? Answer must have 3 decimal places. Just multiply 55 times 2. 2 times 5 is 10, 0, 1. Carry 2 times 5 is 10 and 11. You need to move decimal point 3 places left. 1, 2, 3. Here you have decimal 0.110. So the correct option is 0.11. I think you got it now. That is 0.11 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, the next one is that is 25 times 0.8. So which is the correct option? You can multiply and write the answer in the chat box. Which is the correct option? 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 2 is 16 and 420. This one has 0 decimal place. This one has 1 decimal place. Answer must have 1 decimal place. You have to move decimal point from here to here. That is $20. The correct option is $20, right? The next one is 0.56 times 0.7. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 5 is 35 and 4 39. We need to move decimal point from here to here, that is 0.39 is the correct option, right? Option number 3 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is add and subtract money amounts, word problem. Word problems you have to do on your own. The next one is again multiply money, word problems. Word problems you can do on your own. The next one is divide money amounts. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, the first one is 231 divided by 0.3. So same way you divide like you divide the decimals, right? First, let's just divide like you don't have the decimal point, right? Or either you the dividend have one decimal place, right? 0.3 is 3 is the dividend and dividend have one decimal place. Please, you can remove the decimal point by you can remove the decimal point in the dividend. You can move the decimal point one place to the right in both the divisor and the dividend, right? This way you can remove the decimal point. Or you can divide without decimal and then you can add the decimal point, right? Okay, let me explain. If you would divide without decimal, how can you put the decimal point, right? Okay, 231 by divided by 3. Okay, 2 is less than 3. You cannot divide. You need to make it 23. 3 times 7 is 21, right? Then you have 3 minus 1 is 2. Write the 1 down. 3 times 7 is 21. 0. That is 77. Answer must have one answer. You have one decimal place over here, right? You are dividing, not multiplying. When you are dividing, when you are multiplying, you move the decimal point left. But when you are dividing, you need to move decimal point one place, right? You have to move from here to here, so that is 770. Got it? So the correct option is 770. Let's just start with the test questions. That is the difference between multiplication and division. 939 divided by 2. Use your notebooks and pencils. Divide them and write the answers in the chat box. Okay, 2 times 4 is 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. Bring the next down. 2 times 6 is 12. 1. Bring the next digit down. 2 times 9 is 18. You have 1. Now you don't have other decimal. You can put decimal point over here and 0 over here. And 2 times 5 is 10 and 10 minus 10 is 0. So the correct option is 469.5. So option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? The next one you have to divide and write the answer in the chat box, right? Okay, that is 5757 divided by 4, which is the correct option. Divide and write the answer in the chat box. which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct option. The next one is divide 8 divided by 0.4, which is the correct option. That is 8 divided by 0.4, right? 4 times 2 is 8. You need to move decimal point one place. Right, that is 20. The correct option is 20. The next one is 8,851 divided by 0.5. So, which is the correct option? Okay, let's just divide it by the 5. 8,851 divided by 5. 5 times 1 is 5. 8 take away 5 is 3. Bring the next digit down. 5 times 7 is 35. 8 take away 5 is 3. Bring the next digit down. That is 5 times 7 is 35. Bring the next one down. You cannot divide 5 by 1, right? So you need to put a decimal point over here. But you already have one decimal point. So for this decimal point, you can add a 0. No, that is 1705 times 2 is 10. You need to add a 0 and then you can divide it by the 2. That would be 1770 and 2. Option number 2 is the correct one, not the first one, right? You need to add a 0 over here and then you have to divide now. 5 times 2 is 10. The correct option is 17702 is the correct. The second one is the correct option, not the first one. The correct option is option number 2. Sometimes, okay, 756 divided by 8, which is the correct option. Sometimes it doesn't show the correct people who are watching. Maybe that's the reason. But here, 12 you can see here. So maybe 756 divided by 8 equals, which is the correct option. Everyone can type. Evangeline also can type. Only the one who cannot type are the one that are not allowed to chat. But today everyone can type. Please focus on the lesson we are working on. Which option is the correct one? Yes, that is 94.5. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next one is divide money amount word problems. Word problems you have to do on your own, right? The next one is add and subtract money amounts. Let's just start with the lesson that is add and subtract money amounts. Let's just start with the test questions. You can scroll up and see Evangeline message. If she cannot type, you cannot see her any message here. So just don't be curious about her messages. 8.72 subtract 8.72, take away 1.33. So which is the correct option? You have to subtract the money amounts like you subtract the normal numbers, right? So that is 8.72, take away 1.33, right? So you have to do 2 take away 3, but you cannot subtract a smaller number out of the greater one. You need to borrow 1. So when you borrow 1, you are left with 6 here, and that makes 12 here, right? And 12 take away 9 is 12 take away 3 is 9. The next one is 6 take away 3, so 6 take away 3 is 3. And then 8 take away 1, 8 take away 7. Yes, very good. That is 7.39 is the correct option. Got it? That is 7.39. Now, how can you type Evangeline? 6.28 take away 2.35. Which is the correct option? Which option is the correct one? That doesn't mean you are blocked. I only block the one who misbehave. The correct option is 3.93, option number 1 is the correct option. The next one is 940 take away 522, which is the correct option. 940 take away 522, which is the correct option. Which option is the correct one? You have to start from the rightmost digit. You have to do 0 take away 2, but you cannot subtract 0 out of 2, right? Because you cannot subtract a smaller number out of the greater one, right? So you have to borrow 1. You can borrow 1 from here. So then 10 take away 2 is 8, 3 take away 2 is 1, and 9 take away 5 is 4. That is 418, right? Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is 4.68 minus 1.46, which is the correct option. 4.68 minus 1.46, which is the correct option. The correct option is, yes, that is 3.22 is the correct option. Okay, 968 minus 327, which is the correct option. Yes, that is 641 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. The next one is 2.99 take away 1.78. So, which is the correct option? You have to simply subtract, like you subtract the decimals or the normal numbers, right? Because the money amount is exactly same like the numbers. You have to start with the rightmost digit. 9 take away 1, 9 take away 8. 9 take away 8 is 1, right? Then you have to do 9 take away 7. 9 take away 7 is 2. And 2 take away 1, that is 1. So that is 1.21 is the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? The next one is 4.09 take away 1.22. I think, Rick, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They will explain you properly if you still have any problem, right? The first one is 4.09 take away 1.22, right? You have to start subtracting from the rightmost digit, that is 9 take away 2, right? So 9 take away 2 is 7. Then you have to do 0 take away 2, right? So you need to borrow 1 from here. Here you have 3 and here you have 10. Now you have to do 10 take away 2. 10 take away 2 is 8. And then you have 3 take away 1. 3 take away 1 is 2. That is 2.87 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 2.87 is the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? 485 take away 416, which is the correct option? I blocked him because we are here to learn. So focus on the learning. Do not waste your time and the others' time also. That is $79. Option number 2 is the correct option. You are here to learn, so focus on the learning, not checking. Behave like a student. And I am allowed to block anyone who is wasting his own time and the others' time also. If you have any problem, go talk to administrator. They will explain you very well. I know you have to do the same because you are here to do this. This is not the first time you are here to do the same. You are trying to do the same thing from last 10-15 minutes. Quincy has $0.65 in quarters and dime. He has 5 coins altogether. How many coins of each kind does he have? So, one quarter is worth $0.25, right? And 4 dimes are worth 0.40. That means together they are worth 0.65. So Quincy has one quarter and 4 dimes. Basically, you are given the total amount they have. You need to see how many like how which coins, like how many quarters and how many dimes he have, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Tucker has 8 coins of worth $0.50. If the coins are all dimes and nickels, how many dimes and nickels does he have, right? So he have dimes and nickels, right? Let's see how many $0.50 you have to make, right? So the dimes worth 10 cents, right? That means 0.10. And the nickel worth 5 cents. Now you have to make the total 50 cents, right? So let's see which combination make 50 cents. So 2 dimes means 2 0.20 and 6 nickel means 0.30. So yes, option number 1 is the correct option. Sorry, they are 2 dimes and 6 nickels. Option number 2 is the correct option. The correct option is option number 2. They are 2 dimes and 6 nickels. Option number 2 is the correct option. Arjun has the following coins. If the total value of the coins is 35 cents, what are the missing coins? So which is the correct option? The correct option is 35 cents it is, right? So it would be the correct option is 1 quarter and 1 nickel. Option number 3 is the correct option. Tracy has the following coins. If the total value of the coins is 41 cents, what are the missing coins? Which option is the correct one? If the total worth is 41 cents, you have to find the missing coins, right? So which coins are missing? You need to make the total 41 cents, right? That is 1 penny and 1 dime. Option number 2 is the correct option. Dennis has the following coins. If the total value of the coins is 26 cents, what is the missing coin? So the total you need to make 26 cents, right? So which is the correct option? You have the quarter coin already given, and the quarter coin worth 25 cents, right? That means the missing 25 plus 1 makes 26. Then that means the missing one is 1 penny, right? The correct option is 1 penny. The correct option is 1 penny. Brad has the following coins. You can contact administrator, whatever problem you have. Brad has the following coins. If the total value of the coins is 0.31 cents, what are the missing coins? So which is the correct option? The correct option is 1 quarter and 1 dime. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 6 math. The chapter we're working on is money. And the lessons we have covered today are multiply money by whole numbers and decimals, add and subtract money amounts, word problems you have to do on your own, right? Then we did divide money amounts, then add and subtract money amounts. The one we have just finished is find the number of each type of coin, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lesson today. That is your homework until next session, right? So that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.